Alright, so I just got back from the gym and I ate some lunch. I had a massive burger and a large bunch of fries. So let's get into this review of Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimensions, the 6th installment in the franchise. So did I want to see this movie? Not really. It's the 6th installment and I think they've sort of milked the franchise just a bit too much. Really, they're all the same as each other. You know, Paranormal Activity 1, it started that whole first person documentary kind of view, and it kicked off a lot of other cool franchises that sort of use the same technique, but it just doesn't really interest me that much anymore. I don't mind it every now and then. It was alright in Project Alamac. If you haven't seen that movie, it's a decent ride, you know, it's alright, but otherwise I do prefer a still camera for most of the time. But I do want to get my subscriber base up, and I do want to review most movies that come out. So anyway, I went and saw this movie and I didn't enjoy it. Here's why. So pretty much Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimensions is your generic, absolute generic horror movie that you can get nowadays. It's just, you know, a family's got a new job, the wife's just a yoga teacher I think, and she's just a family person, stays home, looks after the kids, I'm a bit sick. And they had to move because... right. So they had to move basically because he needed a new job, and he got a new job, and, well, they got a new home, and, well, they find some videotapes, and then they realize there's something really wrong with this house, and that's really it. Then all the scary shit happens, and it just goes from there. So it's not exactly the most scary film. If you've watched the previous 6, or any of them really, it's just like those ones. There's nothing really different, except now you can actually see the ghost, which I found was good. It was nice to see the ghost standing next to the kids and stuff. You know, even though they can't see them, we do. And I did enjoy that aspect of this film. So the story isn't really going to wow you that much. It's your basic generic household story, and the priest gets involved, and it's got its jump scares. It's okay. It's mediocre at best. It's mediocre. Now in terms of the acting and the special effects, they were decent. You know, there was some special effects in here. They had a lot more going on than in the previous films. There was more, you know, sparks and ghosty shit going on. But the acting, you know, these actors, I didn't even know who any of these people were. I looked them up and they were in a bunch of stuff that I've never heard of and never been in. They did a decent job, but really, they're not going to win Oscars for this at all, really. There's just not much really I can say about this film because it's just been done over and over and over again. There's nothing really that bad with it. It's just so boring and generic. We've just seen it 100 times over. Paranormal Activity, this is the last film in the series, and I'm so glad because we don't need them. You know, they're just so boring and boring. Movie called Unfriended that came out I think earlier this year. I had a way better time with that movie than any of the Paranormal Activities. I found that movie to be more exciting. It was definitely a different way of showing how horror movie can be made. It was definitely unique in its genre, and just for that it was fun to watch. It also had better scares than the Paranormal Activity movies. So I'm going to give Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimensions a C-. I'm going to stick to letters for now until I sort of figure out my own rating, and then I'll implement that later on. But thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Don't really see this movie. If you feel the need to watch it, go ahead and watch it, but otherwise, save your money and watch something else instead. So, next up we'll have, I think, Vin Diesel, The Last Witch Hunter. I'll have a review of that up. Hopefully, I'll see that very soon. Fallout 4 is coming in 2 or 3 weeks. 2.5 weeks. or 3. Oh, and by the way, this is my first review to kick off my Halloween month of horror movies, where I will be reviewing some of my favourite horror films that I have seen over the past years. So next one will be It Follows. I definitely enjoyed that film. In fact, I bought it on Blu-ray because it was so unique, and it was just it was a decent, very fun to watch, and very suspenseful. Blech, suspenseful. I can't say it. Suspenseful, that's it. It was a very suspenseful horror film. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.